homeless boy walked into one of the most expensive restaurants in New York, carrying only $6 in his pocket. But what the waiter did next made an entire room full of strangers burst into tears, and by the next morning, millions of people across America were sharing his story online, calling it the moment humanity came back to life. The rain poured heavily over Manhattan, as bright yellow taxis rushed through the streets, and crowds of wealthy people hurried inside warm buildings, trying to escape the freezing wind of November. Inside Romano's Steakhouse, one of the most luxurious restaurants in the city, crystal chandeliers glowed above polished marble floors, while soft jazz music floated through the air. Rich businessmen laughed loudly, couples celebrated anniversaries, and waiters moved quickly, carrying plates that cost more than most people earned in a single day. 28-year-old Daniel Carter adjusted his black tie and checked the time on his watch. Another busy night. Daniel had worked at Romano's for almost 5 years. He was known as the kindest waiter in the restaurant, even though most customers barely noticed him. They only saw a man carrying food and pouring drinks, but none of them knew the truth. Daniel knew what hunger felt like. 10 years earlier, he had slept inside subway stations after losing both parents in a terrible car accident. He remembered nights when he begged strangers for leftover food while people walked past him like he did not exist. That pain never truly left him, which was why every time he saw someone struggling, something inside him broke a little. At exactly 8:43, the front door slowly opened and cold wind swept inside the restaurant. The conversations became quieter. A small boy stepped through the entrance. He could not have been older than 12. His shoes were soaked from rain, his hoodie looked too thin for winter, and his hands trembled from cold. He looked around nervously, as if he already expected someone to throw him out. Several customers stared immediately. One woman whispered to her husband, while another man rolled his eyes in annoyance. The restaurant manager, Victor, frowned the moment he saw the boy. Victor cared about money, reputation, and wealthy customers. He quickly walked toward the entrance with anger written across his face. He said sharply. The boy lowered his eyes and quietly replied, "I just want to ask something, sir." Victor sighed impatiently. "We're fully booked. Go somewhere else." Before the manager could force him outside, Daniel noticed the boy clutching a few wrinkled dollar bills tightly in his hand. Something about those shaking fingers reminded Daniel of himself years ago. Daniel stepped forward. "It's okay, Victor. I'll handle it." Victor leaned closer and whispered angrily, "Don't waste time on this. We have important customers tonight." But Daniel ignored him. He knelt slightly so he could speak to the boy at eye level. "Hey, buddy, what's your name?" The boy hesitated before answering softly, "Ethan." Daniel smiled gently. "What can I do for you, Ethan?" The child swallowed hard and looked around at the elegant restaurant with frightened eyes. "I was wondering if $6 can buy anything here." Several nearby customers overheard the question and exchanged uncomfortable looks. Daniel glanced at the money inside Ethan's hand. $6, not even enough for dessert at Romano's. But before Daniel could speak, Ethan continued, "My mom is in St. Mary's Hospital. She hasn't eaten since yesterday. I told her I'd bring food back tonight." His voice cracked at the final words. Daniel felt his chest tighten. "Where's your dad?" he asked carefully. Ethan stared silently at the floor for several seconds. "He left us last year." The entire restaurant suddenly felt quieter. Even the jazz music seemed distant. Daniel looked at the exhausted boy standing alone in wet clothes, holding $6 like it was treasure. Then he asked the question that changed everything. "Have you eaten today, Ethan?" The boy forced a tiny smile. "Yes, sir." But Daniel immediately recognized the lie, because he used to say the exact same thing when he was hungry. Daniel stood up slowly and took a deep breath. "Wait right here, okay?" Ethan nodded nervously. Daniel walked quickly toward the kitchen, while customers watched curiously. Inside the kitchen, chefs shouted orders, while flames rose from giant stoves, but Daniel barely heard any of it. All he could think about was the boy's eyes. Without hesitation, Daniel pulled out his wallet and emptied almost all the cash inside. Then he spoke to the head chef. I need 2 full steak dinners packed to go. Add soup, bread, dessert, fruit, and bottled water. The chef blinked in surprise. That's expensive. I know. You paying for it yourself? Daniel nodded. The chef looked stunned, but immediately began preparing the order. A few minutes later, Daniel added something else. A warm winter coat from the employee locker room. Back in the dining area, Ethan still stood near the entrance, gripping his $6, while customers secretly watched him. Daniel approached carrying 2 large bags. Ethan's eyes widened. "Sir, I can't afford all that." Daniel gently pushed the bags into the boy's hands. "It's already taken care of." "But how?" Daniel smiled softly. "Tonight your mom already paid the bill." Ethan looked confused. "My mom has never been here before." Daniel paused for a moment as emotion filled his throat. Then he quietly answered, "She paid by raising a good son." For several seconds, nobody in the restaurant moved. One woman suddenly covered her mouth as tears filled her eyes. An older man sitting near the window removed his glasses and looked away emotionally. Victor stood frozen in silence. Ethan's lips trembled. "No one has ever done this for us before," he said. Daniel placed the winter coat around the boy's shoulders. "You take care of your mom, okay?" he said. At that moment, something unexpected happened. A businessman sitting near the center table stood up and walked toward Daniel. He pulled out his wallet and placed $500 on the counter. "For the boy's mother," he said quietly. Then another customer stood up. Then another. Within minutes, people across the restaurant began leaving money, food, gift cards, and handwritten notes for Ethan and his mother. One woman even offered to contact doctors she knew personally at St. Mary's Hospital. Ethan stared around the room in complete shock. Just moments earlier, these strangers looked at him with judgment. Now, many of them were crying. A young woman near the back secretly recorded everything on her phone, including Daniel kneeling beside Ethan and helping him carry the food bags. By midnight, she uploaded the video online with the caption, "This waiter reminded America what kindness looks like." Nobody expected what happened next. By morning, the video had exploded across social media. Millions of views, thousands of comments. News stations began sharing the story everywhere. People called Daniel the waiter with the golden heart. But the most shocking moment came 2 days later. Daniel arrived for work and saw dozens of reporters standing outside Romano's steakhouse. Cameras flashed everywhere. Victor rushed toward him, looking panicked. "Daniel, there's someone here asking for you," he said. A black SUV waited near the entrance. From inside stepped an older woman wearing an elegant gray coat. She introduced herself as Margaret Hastings, founder of one of the largest charity organizations in America. "I saw what you did for that child," she told Daniel, "and I think the world needs more people like you." Daniel felt overwhelmed by all the attention. "I was only helping." Margaret smiled. "That's exactly why people trust you." She handed him a folder. Inside was a proposal to lead a nationwide kindness campaign helping homeless families and struggling children across America. Daniel stared silently at the papers, unable to believe it. 10 years ago, he was sleeping in subway stations, praying for food. Now his act of kindness was changing lives across the country. But the story was still not over. 3 weeks later, Daniel received a handwritten letter at the restaurant. The envelope was small and worn. Inside was a note written carefully in messy handwriting. "Dear Mr. Daniel, my mom is getting better now. The doctors said she smiled for the first time in months after I brought her food that night. She cried when she saw the coat, because she said good people still exist in this world. I want to become a waiter someday, just like you, so I can help people too. Thank you for making me feel important. Your friend, Ethan." Daniel read the letter twice before tears rolled down his face. For the first time in many years, he realized something powerful. Kindness does not need millions of dollars. Sometimes all it takes is one person choosing not to look away. That winter, Romano's Steakhouse placed a new sign near the entrance. In golden letters it read, "Everyone deserves dignity," and every single employee knew exactly why it was there. Because on one cold, rainy night, a hungry little boy walked into a restaurant with only $6 in his pocket, and one waiter changed not only his life, but the hearts of millions of strangers around the world.